better. It's a lot better. It was a little rough a couple days ago, or not a couple days, but earlier last week after the thing that we had. But it's
Right.
gotten better.
How's your
Thank
weather?
goodness. It's been all right. I mean, it's just gloomy and cold. We didn't get the snow and ice that they said, but uh, it's we're supposed to get it this coming week. Apparently, we're going to get hit pretty hard from what they're saying and showing.
Let me show you what we have. If I
I'm
move my
dreading.
camera, I'm afraid I want to show our forecast. We're supposed to be all in the 60s with a couple 70s. Hey Nada, hey Vanny, hey Menace,
Oh,
how you doing? Um, we're talking about the weather because we know a lot of people had some bad weather and stuff, but we actually have for the whole month that right now we're 64
yeah.
and sun oh it says 62 now. It was 64 earlier. But
Dang.
let me do our
Hi, Menace, my future ex-husband. Hi, Benny, Janie,
hi
Nada.
Janie. How's everybody doing? Oh,
Hope
don't you even
everyone's.
start. Now he wants down off the couch. Why is this doing it? Anyways, I put up the whole forecast, and we're supposed to be between 60 and 68 for the whole month of January, with only 2 cold days where we'll dip down to 49.
Well,
And I'll be right back because you can hear him. I
okay.
know it.
All right.
You little chunky monkey.
Hey,
Come on
Victoria.
up. Where?
Hey, everybody. I hope everyone's
Come
staying
look at him.
safe and warm, and
Come on. I'm not getting
it's
you
good
not
to
to
see
bark,
everybody
though.
come
You
in.
better not bark. Got it, chunky? Hey, come on, Mom. I don't want to go here, honey.
Hey, Dan. Houdini.
But we lost power last night.
Hey, Foo Foo.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? Hey, Dan Houdini and Spencer. Um, we lost power
Hey,
last night,
Spence.
and we had no
Oh,
wind, no nothing. It was had been a calm day. The night before, we had huge storms where I had to end my live because the thunder and lightning. I thought
uh-huh.
we were going to lose it because my computer was flickering. And then last night, we're just sitting here, and then it goes dark in the middle of Sisters.
Oh, God.
We were only about 35, 40 minutes in. I was able to use my phone to go into the chat, but I was taking video for Holly to show her. I was like, look, I didn't just jump off just because I wanted to. It was
Right.
dark. I had to like use my phone to get to my flashlights to get to my candles.
Oh,
So,
God.
yeah. And then Tim called me and said, hey, I need you to get over to New Breed's. We're going live on Stream on his Facebook to show StreamYard, and he's going to be doing YouTube now. Or no, he's Tim taught him how to do StreamYard on YouTube now instead of just Facebook.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. So they did a live last night together, and then he calls me and tells me that they're at a backdoor StreamYard. So he's teaching New Breed about how, like, if him and Tim are up on the panel when it ends, how we could be backstage with him. So I had to go backstage, and we were back there together.
Oh,
So he's got some big plans. I'm excited to see the artists that he's got lined up.
well,
Hey,
yeah,
Siegel,
that'll be awesome. Hey,
you got
Siegel.
anything planned for this week?
Um, Not really, just preparing for what's coming weather-wise, but for the most part, I'm just working on my stairs, stripping the paint and stuff, and trying to get my living room done.
This hair looked like it was like blowing away up there because I haven't. When you
Oh,
said you were working on stripping for a minute, I was
uh-huh.
like, wow, Maka, you're taking up a new hobby for the old
Shh,
man. I like it. Got to
it's a
keep things
secret.
fresh. Yeah. You hear
Taking
that, ladies,
taking
take up
classes.
stripping. Take stripping to do your man. See, okay, Nada, you're the same. You're with us then. So you might be a little bit closer to Louisiana on the
Yeah,
Texas side.
it's 28 right here or here right now.
Where are you at? What's your temp?
Uh, 28.
Oh my God. Hi,
Mhm.
cowboy. How you
Cowboy.
doing? He thinks it been funny. Did you watch his video of me and Tim's
Yes.
origins? I did not come from money. I am a self-proclaimed army brat, meaning I'm saying I'm an army brat because I am an army brat. So um, people seem to think that's an insult, But see, when told the reporter I'm an army brat. Well, if she wrote in the article and says, and Triple T's wife, or Sergeant First Class Timothy of the Demon Platoon, says she or is an army brat, she'd have to explain, why are you calling this soldier's wife a brat? So she had to put, hey guys, she self-proclaimed it. She called herself an army brat. That's what that means. So,
Right.
ooh, Buddy got his first snow last night.
Oh,
A lot of people got snow, and I'm sitting here at 65 degrees and sunny, guys. As you can see, t-shirts and everything. Oh, Janie likes that snow. No, no.
yes. I'm with you, Janie. I love snow.
I do have some interesting news that's going to be premiering in the next day or two.
Oh, yeah?
I've got the women's video done. Hey, Jeffrey, and I wished you would have done it in time, but
Mm.
we got
Yeah, I was trying to get my nerve up, but
Maka, 70 plus women from 5 communities banded together. There's no name, no nothing. But they trusted me with their faces and to know that I would never put that out. So nobody's
oh,
going to know
okay.
whose face belongs to what name, nothing,
That's
unless they
awesome.
choose.
Right.
So there's still time if you want to do it. Nobody will know it's you.
Uh,
Nobody
I'll
but
have to,
me.
yeah, I'll have to
So
talk to you and let you know something. But
I got you. And you know what? See how it goes? Yes, Menace. Sorry, Ghost Devil. Um, uh, see how this one goes, and if something comes and you see how it goes. I mean, now there's going to be backlash. You always know there's going to be
oh, yeah,
those,
yeah.
but you know what? Think about how confident the women were. Most of them, no
Mm.
makeup, no filters, sent their pictures in,
No,
who have
kudos,
never showed
girl.
their faces before, and they're
Oh,
just boom. This is what I look like, Lori. Put it out there.
that's
I
awesome.
gotcha. We've got the Triple T
Nice.
community. Hey,
Uh-huh.
guys. Triple T community, the Workyverse, the Durkyverse, the Little Family, the Creek Squad ladies, the Paranormal community ladies, and the Hefas community.
Oh, man.
So we ended up with 5, and let's not forget the independents who roam all over.
Right.
Several of independents who put theirs in too.
That's so so nice. That is so cool.
And I really like it that a lot of us are pretty
Mm.
close in age. That's why I think everybody gets along. But I had to find the right music
Oh,
to
yeah.
show the empowerment of these women. Exactly, Janie. That's why I made sure the independent women got a shout out too, because they go everywhere and support everybody.
Mm.
Um, so, but I wanted to make sure I got the shout out at the end, um, of encouragement to all the women, and to get the right music and get everybody showcased.
Mm.
So it was, I think I got the right songs and everything. So
I can't wait to see it.
I was a little nervous because everybody gave me, it was supposed to be just a few women on IG. And then I got reached out and be like, this, are you going to be making a video? And I'm like, I don't know. Let me ask people if they feel comfortable. And then all of a sudden I got the thumbs up by quite a majority. And then I just put it out what we were doing. And then people just started flooding. And I mean, one night I had beep, 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 beep. I had like 30 pictures come in, and I'm like, what is I don't think I want that name, Menace. We can't have that for the name of the show. Hey, Don. Hey, nephew. How you doing?
Hey, Sin.
Menace is the top independent woman on YouTube. Well, I'm glad you're looking forward to it, Janie and women. Well, Menace, I'm sorry. We just can't have that name. It'll be looked at funny.
Probably get flagged a lot.
Well, I don't know if we get flagged, but I can just hear
Mhm.
the jokes per
Yeah.
se. Like, oh, they both got heads and they're putting it head to head. No,
Mm.
no. I know what he means. We're talking about these heads. It's head to head. It's like
Right.
Well, I'm not even going to tell what our show's about because it's a surprise, but it'll be a bi-weekly show.
That's cool.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
all right. So we have some news for those of you who like your Girl Scout cookies. They have brought out some flavors this year. Oh, you're welcome, Ghost Devil. And I think you guys are going to be interested. Before we start, I wanted to tell everybody what the flavors are. And then you could decide if you are interested so you know. They
Nice.
have one called Adventureful. It is a brownie cookie
Oh,
with caramel covered toppings with cream, a caramel flavored cream with a hint of sea salt.
mm,
So it's a brownie cookie. They
that
have
sounds
a
good.
caramel chocolate chip. It's gluten free with caramel, semi sweet chocolate chips with sea salt. They have their Samoas, their caramels, the cookie with caramel, coconut, and chocolatey stripes. Their Dosey Does, the peanut butter, which is my favorite, with the
Mhm.
oatmeal. They have the Schmore cookie, which is a chocolate and a marshmallow stuffing. Hey, Tyler. Did I see Tyler come in or is somebody
Uh,
just,
I thought I
yeah,
don't see. Oh, yeah, there he is. Hey,
oh,
Tyler.
I got to see he's not shown up yet.
It's weird.
Yeah, I got to handle a few, the business on this end and I had to, there he is. Okay. Hey, Tyler. All right. So they have the Schmore cookie. It's a graham cracker cookie with chocolate and marshmallow filling.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
That
Ice and
sounds
Fire.
good.
Lemonades, shortbread topped with a tangy lemon icing. Then they
Mm,
have something called a lemon up. It is a crispy cookie, lemon cookie with inspiring messages for girl power on there. A peanut butter patty tag along, which is a chocolate covered peanut butter cookie.
mhm.
The mints. Then they have something called the Toasty Yay. It's a toast shaped cookie packed with French toast flavors and dipped in icing.
Ooh,
So if you like breakfast, there's a cookie for you. They have a toffee cookie, gluten free buttery cookie with toffee bits up on top. And then the last one is called a trefoil. It's a shortbread cookie inspired by the original, the very first shortbread cookie recipe
mm.
that they first came out with.
I always like those. They're just simple
Yep,
little cookies.
like the Chessmans that you can get by
Hmm.
Pepperidge Farm. So there
Yep.
you go. There's a
Mm,
lot of new cookies out here for you guys. If you're interested or if you like your old ones, there's still got some of the tagalongs, the peanut butter, the Samoan ones. But yes, so I wanted to put that out that there is some Girl Scout cookie time for those that are interested.
no, sound good. Hey, Ghost. Gonna make me hungry.
No.
I think
Um,
we're gonna do breakfast for dinner tonight.
well, because for me, I got the dogs and having to take care of myself, but I wanted Tim's going to be home a little late tonight, so I want to have do a nice dinner that he could warm up. So I was going to do either breaded or barbecued pork chops with fried cabbage.
Mm, that
But
sounds good.
depending on how I feel, because when we get done, I've got to go straight to feed the dogs because of their dinner time since I ain't got help with Tim and he's not here. So
Mm.
me and Maka are doing something a little different today. That's true. Breakfast does not belong to dinner. I can, but I don't even like breakfast. Period. For me, I don't like breakfast. So I could never do it for dinner. Blech.
I love breakfast for dinner. Sorry, Dawn. I
My
love it.
mom used to do that too. French
Yes.
toast or pancake. I'd be looking forward to dinner because I hate breakfast is my worst meal of the day. I hate it. And she always forced us to eat it, even going to school until I got old enough to, I'd sneak it and pour it in a baggie or put my breakfast in a baggie and
Yeah.
I'd hide it and I'd take it with me out the door and I'd throw it in the trash can at a neighbor's house because I hated breakfast. So I'd get all excited. My mom said dinner time, and I go in. I was like, oh, pancakes or French toast, or it's like, where's my meat and potato kind of, you know what I mean? So I've never liked breakfast. I hate it.
Oh, I always do, well, not always, but I'm doing these breakfast bowl. I think is what I'm gonna do tonight. I do like the little. oh, what do you call them? The hash browns that are cubed. I
Uh,
do those and
okay.
scramble eggs and put on top and bacon and cheese. And sometimes I do gravy, but I don't know if I'll do gravy tonight or not.
Okay. If I don't do my pork chops, you know what I'm going to make for myself tonight?
What's that?
While Tim was gone, I bought me some. I like the turkey TV dinners by Hungry Man
I don't
with
think
the
I've ever had
turkey
those.
gravy, mashed potato stuffing, and the brownie. And the for some reason, I love the vegetables in a TV dinner. I don't even know why, because you can make your own. The vegetables
Uh,
in a TV dinner, and the fried chicken, the original fried chicken, and the turkey Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, yeah.
mm,
So I bought uh, um, those. Hey, wine cellar, how you doing? So I had that. uh I made hot dogs, just easy dinners for myself. Why make
mm,
anything big? Because I got to feed the dogs first. So, like, I made hot dogs for me and the dogs the other night. They had
mm,
hot dogs with me because they usually eat our leftovers. I just fed them.
yeah,
So, and I don't
yeah,
eat TV dinners very often, but it's just me. So I was like, I was craving Thanksgiving. Instead of making a whole turkey, I'll just buy the TV dinner.
there you go.
So, what is your favorite go-to easy meal except for breakfast? Like, if you don't feel like cooking, what is something that's easy for you that you could just like either throw in the oven or the microwave and go do it your business until it's done?
Mini ravioli.
You like raviolis?
Hmm.
The Shepherd cans?
Yeah, they have to be mini though. I can't do the regular. They have to be the minis. But that's my go-to quickie.
Wow. See, I can't eat any of this stuff, but Jackson eats a whole can by himself.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, I
Maria, how you doing?
do the same thing. Hi,
Wow.
Maria. Yeah,
Hot Pockets. I like on my go-to if it's something fast and I don't have a TV in it. I love my pizza rolls
yeah. Now that's my husband. That's his go-to. He can. I have to get the big bags of those.
combination.
Yeah, he likes the three meat. He's a
Okay.
carnivore. He always has to have meat. So I can just eat veggies. I'm good.
Okay. I see a lot of people saying they do the lean cuisines, the pizza rolls,
Oh yeah.
sandwiches. Now, the other night when he first left, I actually made myself two peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and that's what I had for dinner. And I hadn't had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in so long, and the bread was nice and soft. And I always, for some
Oh
reason, I like to peel the crust off first and eat the crust, and
yeah.
then get all that gooey. I like it thick on peanut butter and a light jelly.
Well, see, I always eat mine from bottom to top. I always like saving the top of my bread for last. I don't know. That just seems softer or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And
Not
if I,
that kind of meat eater, Menace.
I was gonna make a joke that I'm with him, I'm a meat eater too. I was like, nah, I knew what you were going. Wasn't
Yeah.
that it wasn't quite that moment to stick that joke in, but I should have known Menace was like, see, now you got a reason to be with me, Maka. I don't like meat. I'm not a meat eater, but you are, Menace. We all heard you.
Yeah.
At the right scenario, you would be. You're a carnivore too, and like your meat.
I watched that live. I finished it.
Oh my god. It was so funny because we were just teasing him in his face. He really looked green, didn't he? Like he was going to throw up. That's what was so funny. He played along and he was a good sport.
Yeah.
He said $20 is $20. You're right. And see the normal TV dinners, sometimes even the like I have to get 3 of the Hungry Man fried chicken. The reason why is I don't eat white meat. And they put 3 pieces of chicken in a Hungry Man chicken dinner, and 2 of them are always white meat and leave you one little, either a little thigh or one skinny little leg.
Yeah.
So when I do 3, or I'll do 2 and Tim will do 2, and we swap because he'll eat the white meat. I like the dark meat. So I'll end up getting his 3 pieces and he'll get my 4 or 5 of the
Mm.
dark meat or the
Oh,
light meat. So we do that. But sometimes when it's just me, I'll just get 3 of them and I save all the white meat and put it in a baggie, and the dogs get that for dinner the next night.
oh,
And I get the dark meat. And it's first time I did Tim when we first got together, and I said, I need 3 for me. And he looked at me, he's like, where are you putting? I said, no, 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 I don't eat white meat. And he's like, now I get it.
yeah.
So but I eat all the vegetables.
Mhm.
So it depends on what the hungry man looks like, Don. But all right, so today me and Maka have something. We're always off the hip. Everybody knows that. You never know what we're going to talk about. And today we've got a either or. Well, Menace, you like carrots too, but you do yours the long way. I just put mine in the regular way. I know how to eat a carrot.
Gotta do it the right way.
See, that's what I've got, Dawn. I'm going to have probably the hungry man turkey dinner tonight. Or I'm depending on when the dogs get done, if they'll eat instead of giving me a hard time, I might have barbecue chicken and or barbecue pork chops with fried cabbage.
Mhm.
So, so we're gonna do the either or game today. We're both gonna ask you random questions, and the chat we want you to put one or two, and we'll tell you what each one is. Hey, Fire Goddess, how you doing?
Have fire.
Hey, Justice, Venice. Hey, Denise. All right. So, what kind of questions do you have for them? Are you going to put them in an uncomfortable situation? You're going to put them in a funny? How are you doing yours today?
Um, they're just kind of random. Some of them are um, just kind of little funny ones, I guess.
Okay.
So,
I hope we don't have the same ones because I kind of have a random set of either ors today too. But it's not the late night show, ladies and gentlemen. So it's
right,
not late night questions.
right.
Uh, so how about you start us off,
Yeah,
Maka?
I can do that.
Make sure
Let
you
me
tell
grab
them which one
these.
you want for one and which one you want for two.
Okay, got it. Okay, in the chat, put one for the first question or two for the second question.
And your
We
participation is mandatory.
we gotta know.
Yep. Inquiring minds on the panel want to know.
This one's pretty easy. So, um, type in one if you would rather spit up a fur ball like a cat each time you cough, or number two, if you would always feel like you need to sneeze but you can't. Which one would you rather?
So either one for spit up a hairball every time you cough,
Time cough.
or two,
Always feel like you need to sneeze but you can't.
okay.
A lot of
Damn.
twos.
A lot of twos. Everybody wants to pretend to sneeze. Damn, Dawn's going way off the rail. Okay. Tyler wants to have hairballs, fur
Oh,
ball. Now
okay.
we know where Tyler likes to put his mouth be coughing up fur balls.
Yeah,
Okay. Twos, twos. Everybody's like, Tyler wants those
yeah.
fur balls. Come on, Vinny. What? Oh, Vinny said, okay, I got you, Vinny. My bad, my bad. Okay. The twos.
Yeah.
Fire and Ice just wants us to have 69. You've
Yeah.
got 5 kids. Bitch, you don't need no 69s anymore. Or maybe stick with 69s
Uh,
and do the other way because you don't need, you got 5 babies. Lucky. One and two for a combo effect. Okay, so he wants to cough a little fur ball here in a while and he wants to sneeze it. We know why he'll be sneezing, depending on the fur ball that he's swallowed to have to cough up.
True.
All right, so on that one, I will say it looks like about 90% or 95% said they would rather want to sneeze but don't sneeze. Hey, Shotty, how you doing?
Mhm. Hey,
All right,
Shirley.
one for yes, two for no, or one for the first one, two for the second one. Would you rather one cook or two do the dishes? Maka, which one would you prefer, one or two?
One,
One.
I hate dishes. I could cook all day, but I hate the cleanup. I can clean up while I'm cooking, But after I'm done with the meal, I'm like, "Okay, I don't wanna touch nothing else."
Okay. We've got cook, cook, dishes, cook, cook, cook. Vinny says neither. Cook. Don likes to do both. Two. Two is dishes, Menace. Siegel would rather do the dishes. I know the people saying dishes because they got a dishwasher.
Mhm.
Oh, Don says his wife even burns skinless chicken, so that's why. Well, thank you, Shadi. It was a 2-night meal, and it was even better warmed up because we like it more on the medium well side. So I left it in between, and when we heated it up the next night in the oven, I put some butter in a roasting pan, sliced it, covered it, and put it on low heat until we were ready to eat, and perfect. All right. So it looks like this one's almost maybe a 60-40.
Mm,
Most would rather cook than do the dishes. So, but it only had a slight edge over the dishes.
no.
To me, I could do either because I got a dishwasher. All I have to do is let the dishwasher do it. That was a trick question, everybody. Because see, if you pick, hey, honey, I'll do the dishes, knowing like Tim's always like, I'll do the dishes if you're going to cook. And it's like, now if we eat out, we both do the dishes and stuff. But it was like,
Right.
it just goes in the dishwasher. He lucks out. All he has to do is load him in the dishwasher and drop the pellet and shut the door and hit the button. He's done with dishes for the night.
Mm, I miss
So
those.
you don't have a dishwasher?
I do, but it's kinda on the fritz. I gotta get it fixed, so it kinda sucks.
See, we have that extra protection, that American Home Shield. I don't know if anybody's heard of it, but American Home Shield, it's cost us $75 a month, but it covers, I have it for everything. That's why it's a higher plan because it'll do my range, my garage doors.
Mhm.
It'll do my water pipes up to 100 feet outside of the house, out to the street. It'll
Yeah.
do my heater, my central air and heat unit. Um, it'll do plugged up pipes. It'll replace any of my major appliances. If they can't fix it, I get a new one.
Yeah.
So I have that for $75. Now, there's years that I don't hey big movie fan, how you doing? That I don't even use it. And it's like Tim's like, "Why are we paying if we're not using this?" And it's like because the one time we take it off, something big's going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's why. But now for stuff that's ran out, like when my dishwasher went on the fritz, we had it for 7 years. I told, or 6 years. I told Tim, I says, let's just go get a new one.
Mm.
Why wait for 2 weeks to get a repairman out for something on a to find out if it is? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, Menace likes when I say do is my water pipes. Never say it will do my water pipes. So Don does his laundry by hand.
Huh.
Wow. Oh, his dishwasher. He does his dishes, not his laundry. Duh.
Oh, I was gonna say, oh my gosh, that's been a like, I think of those old, oh, washing boards.
Yep.
Do you remember
Our
those?
grandmother had, yeah, and like a
Yes.
big old tub, and she'd have one of those scrubby things, and she'd sit there for hours, and then all the clothes went outside on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the little machine, like, they would stick the clothes in and, um, oh, they would, like, roll it around. What's that
What
called?
what about the like a squeegee where they would put the wet clothes after they washed them and they turn the crank
Yeah,
and those
that's
two
yeah,
rollers would wring out the excess water for them before they would
yes.
go hang it up. Yep.
Yep,
Yep. So Janie's never had a dishwasher. We never
really.
had one growing up, but once I
Oh,
had my first dishwasher, it was like, I will never do it again.
oh.
Denise uses a hair dryer to dry her dishes. Why not just let them sit in one of those? I don't even know what they're called anymore. Where you like when you hand wash your dishes, they go into this dish drying rack. I guess is what it's called, a rack that you put all your wet dishes in, and it has a
Oh, yeah,
little thing, a tub on the bottom underneath, and it collects all the water, and then you
the
just pick it up.
the dish drainer.
Yeah, okay,
Yep.
dish drainer. Okay. Is Dobbs in here? I didn't see him. So Dobbs must be in. I have a delay, so I see Maria telling her husband hello. I love seeing
Oh,
the couples on here too. I
yeah.
mean, it's nice. And knowing that couples like uh I don't know about you, Maka, but in the evening, does your husband ever sit by you while you're listening and listen in with you what you're listening to and watch what you're typing and stuff?
He does sometimes, but most of the time he's over, like, doing his own little thing. But he has before, like, some shows and stuff, he'll come and sit with me.
I liked how Naughty Janet started coming on. I liked how Maria's on with her husband, Amanda and Steve from another community. They watch together. A lot of couples. Well, hello, Savannah, Georgia, one of my
Hi,
favorite places I
Savannah.
ever lived, out there in oh, White Bluff Road. Do you know where White Bluff Road's at? Back there, there were some apartments back there, and then we bought a house behind the Circle K on. Uh, Trying to remember now. I love going down Victory Drive to head out to Tybee Island. Going down to oh, I can't remember the boardwalk with the cobblestones with Congress Street, Malone's, and all those clubs. So I love Savannah. When I left
I've only
Detroit, and that was one of my favorite places to ever be. Was stationed with my husband at Hunter Army Airfield
mm,
in
I've only
Savannah.
been straight through Georgia. I've never, like, stopped in Georgia. I've always went through straight through it. Never visited, like, stay.
It was kind of weird when I first moved down there. There's these group of weird people because you're talking about the 90s where people were shaving one side of their head and coloring it three colors, and
Yes.
you're like, what the hell's going on? But there's a college called SCAD. They're called SCAD students. It's the Savannah College of Art and Designs.
Mm,
So they're like up and coming fashion artists. River Street, that's what it is. With the haunted houses, you could ride the horses on the cobblestone, the tree lined streets with all the moss hanging down, and you go down it. I mean, it's very everything is still with the Victorian mansions lined with the willow tree lined streets. It's like a step
oh,
back in time
oh,
till you get down to River Street and all the clubs. And you never want to go out on St. Patty's Day. Hey, Roland, down there because St. Patty's Day is like New Year's Eve in Savannah.
oh,
It
okay.
is pack to pack. And if you get separated, you're not going to find each other the rest of the night. You're just, might as well plan on finishing your night partying and then getting in your, however you're going to get home and go.
Mhm. Hey, Roland.
They actually, in the middle of downtown Savannah, before you get to the River Street, they have this park, this huge little park where you could sit. It's got a circular, it's where the Marines set up for the Toys for Tots that we would usually go and help and stuff. And it's amazing. Hey, Smart Mouth, how you
Oh,
doing? Yeah, Mardi Gras. Do not ever go to the Mardi Gras down in New Orleans. You're not really wanted there, I'm telling you. But all the other big cities like Alexandria, Lake Charles, Shreveport, Baton Rouge, a lot of those places do their own version of Mardi Gras, and
mhm.
it's safer, and you're actually wanted to be there.
I've heard
Yes.
it gets pretty crazy down there.
Well, the mayor came out. We had a new mayor right after 20 or after Katrina, and he actually came out and said, based on your skin color, will determine if you're wanted there or not.
Oh,
So, and we were the type that we were not, that he was talking mostly to like people of us, like me.
right. Mhm.
So,
Mm.
and he's out. Um, but the crime, I mean, it is one of the most dangerous cities. When they listed most dangerous cities in the United States, do you know Louisiana had
Oh, man.
two. So
Jeez.
luckily they're down way 4 to 6 hours from us. But yeah, it explains a lot because they don't do anything for their crime where the rest, everybody else, um, pretty much does it. So,
Mhm.
okay, Forest
There's
Park.
it's we've getting a lot of stuff around here. a lot of our towns and stuff, there's a couple we've had, I think they said by the end of the, what was it? I think there was like 30 something homicides. I think it was by the end of the year in one of our main towns.
Wow. Well,
We have
Dawn.
shootings.
Oh, yours are yeah. Ours are stabbings, shootings, a lot of robbery, and
Yeah.
muggings
Mm,
on, especially if you go down the side streets. Which during the day it's safe. There's a
right.
lot of nice little restaurants, and like the Voodoo and the White Wiccan and stuff like that shops.
Mhm.
But you don't want to go down by yourself. Make sure, but it's a lot safer in the daytime. But during the night, they tell you don't ever go down a side street, not even for men to just use the bathroom.
Right.
You might not come out.
Yeah.
So, or not the same way you went in. Dawn, if you do come to Louisiana, we're 4 hours away. We'll be glad to meet up with you and have lunch or dinner with you and your wife. So, just like I tell people in Texas, if you're central or eastern Texas,
Mhm.
we can meet up. Love to have lunch with everybody and meet up with you guys. I go to Texas all once a month, anyways, out there by Jasper and stuff. Um, wouldn't mind meeting up. Beaumont is a good place we can meet up, have lunch one day. So we're all about meeting people. Now I'm
Mm.
supposed to be meeting JM uh, in March.
That'll be awesome.
Hey, you want to talk about lottery big movie fan? Look, let me show you something. I'm trying. I'm trying.
Oh
I
my
got my
gosh.
10 and my $20. I do it once a week. And this week I got to play off of all my winnings. I won 500 off of five $20 lottery tickets, as you can see.
Oh
Um,
man.
I just scratched my first one off and ended up winning. Now I got to find where I put it. I might have already put it up in the box, but oh, here it is. It was a $20 ticket. My first one I scratched off, and I won one time, but I ended up winning $60. I got the 30 and a 30, $60 off of one $20 ticket. So right there paid for three of the five that I just bought, just like that. So you know
Gosh.
what? I end up what I initial cost was $100 for five tickets plus my Powerball, which I
Right.
didn't even get a Powerball number this week. And then I buy another 30 or 40 of the $10. And usually I haven't had to spend any more money. It rolls over and I just keep it. And then, like last time I won, I said it was like 300 and something. I said, so what I did, I spent another 140 on tickets and the
Yeah.
other 160 went in, put up. And that'll be for next week. And it'll just, my winnings will roll over.
Yeah. I
So,
learned the hard way on that. I went to a casino. This has been, gosh, it's probably been, I want to say 20 years ago. I won 900 and something dollars. I was so excited. I kept playing, lost every bit of it. So I
yep.
learned a hard lesson there. It's like you win once, you never keep going in those
Mm.
casinos. You win, you move on.
What I do is I play the high limit pitch tables. It's upside down blackjack, but there's only three decks instead of the multiple decks of five or more in that automatic machine for regular blackjack.
Mhm.
Pitch is upside down blackjack. So everybody gets their cards upside down, and then the dealer still has to flip their top card. But with three decks, your odds are a little bit better, especially if the deck is hot. Once it gets cold, you wait. But what I always do is I start off with either $200, $300. Every
Right.
time I win, I put those chips into a cup holder, your
Mhm.
drink holder on the table, and I don't
Mhm.
touch those. So, and that's what I keep doing every hand. And as you win, you add another chip. And then when your hand loses, you lower your bet. Well, I never touch that pile. So if I run out of these chips, usually the chips that I have over here either
Yeah.
double or triple what I already had started with. And that's it for me. and
Oh,
I'm done. And you get free meals out of it because you get rewards because you get a
mm,
card. And what as many times as you're playing on the tables or in the Tim does slots, they keep track. And depending on what you've won or how much you've played, you could get anywhere from a $10 voucher to all the way up to a full family free meal. One time, me and Tim had so many reward points that we would just go up there for dinner and we would take his brother's family too. And we'd go up there and we'd go to the steakhouse. And we did that. We probably got to eat almost, if we went once or twice a month to eat dinner only because we had the kids, so we wouldn't gamble.
right,
We'd still end up getting to eat for about 6 months for free, plus gas and cigarette because you get all these rewards. Hey, Nightmare.
right.
Man, it's been a long time since I've saw you, Nightmare. When I got sick, I haven't been on for a while. I'm so glad to see you. I hope you start coming back around, Nightmare. I missed you. All right, Bonaventure Cemetery, a Grace tourist attraction. Yep. Don't forget Oglethorpe Mall. Savannah has a huge mall with an actual original merry-go-round. One of the first malls to have a merry-go-round in
Oh,
the middle of the mall. Plus, you
oh
get to see the Georgia Bulldogs.
my
So
gosh.
he only goes to the casino for Coca-Cola and hot chocolate. Sure, you do.
Yeah.
All right, back to your one for two, Mucka.
Oh,
Hey, Luna, sister.
hey, Dan. Let me see here.
All right, remember, guys, 100% participation. I better see at least 20 in the chat answering.
And I saw your comment, Menace.
Yeah. See, Denise likes the somebody named Rice is saying, "Hey, Maka, what's up?"
Hey, Rice.
Well, welcome. Right? Hold on. I'm gonna mute. You take over.
Okay. All right, guys. I've got one here. Um, okay, my question. Would you rather hit one for the first one and two for the second one? Would you rather get hit in the cheek by a professional baseball player's fastball or two, continuously lose and regrow all of your teeth each day?
Dragon. Hey, brother. How you doing? Or should I say nephew, not brother? Sorry.
You
All right, we're
dragon.
getting some ones. One, 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 one. Damn. What was the question?
Uh, uh, by the first one was to get hit in the cheek by a professional baseball player's fastball or to continuously lose and regrow all of your teeth every day.
Ooh. And only have to get hit once, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take. But well, wait a minute. So if you get hit with a baseball,
Hmm.
you could lose all your teeth, anyways.
Right.
But if you lose them every day and could grow them back, at least you're getting them back every day. Where with the baseball, you might not ever get those back.
True.
Ooh, I think I'd prefer new teeth every day because you always get a nice, shiny, brand new pair of teeth.
True.
So I'm going to take two. I'm taking number two.
Payouts the same. Yeah.
Why does Menace want people to go to the haunted hoochie? Keep your legs closed, Menace. Nobody wants to see your haunted hoochie. Oh, you get the autograph too, you said? No, I'm sorry. I'd like new teeth, not an autograph. And it wouldn't hurt like getting punched in the face. So, nah,
Mm.
I'm going with two. What are you taking, Maka?
Oh no, I think I would have to go with one just to get hit because you can always get, you know, veneers or whatever. I don't think I could stand that pain every day.
So is there pain though? I thought you just said that you would have to lose your teeth every day. Is it painful?
Where you would lose them and then regrow them again. So I would just, I mean,
You'd have an empty
I guess.
socket.
Well, that's true. I was thinking like if they fell out, but yeah, if they're growing, losing and growing, I guess they wouldn't. So maybe I would go with that one then.
It was your
I
question.
was
You're not
thinking,
even sure how you
no,
wanted to do it. Silly.
I just picked it up or just random.
Well, Luna, I'm sorry you're digging yourself out and it's still snowing. I'm 65 and sunny. Um, None, to be honest, done with pain with my teeth, Lori. I got you, Justice, but there's no pain if there was no pain for the second one. They just fall out like
Oh,
losing a tooth and then they grow back in. You already have the open socket. So I don't know.
see,
That
I
would
was
be
thinking like,
complicated.
if you kind of, like if you lose them, then your gums would grow over. But I guess if you're losing them and gaining them on the same day, I guess that would make sense.
True. Um, yeah, Dragon, Tim is on his way home. He'll be home tonight if you were asking where he's at. Today is the 10th, right?
Yes. I know, right,
Okay.
Jamie?
Janie says a professional bass player be paying me and I could buy some nice teeth. Well, no, because it's a choice. So if you choose to have him hit you with and knock your teeth out, he's not going to pay you, right? Yes, he was in Tennessee with New Breed. He was with him for the week, and then um, they had him come up because they had a special concert on the 6th and they needed him up there. And so, and don't forget, there last night he was live with Tim on StreamYard on YouTube, and he said that the documentary's coming out, and Tim is a part of that documentary. So, a
Oh,
lot of
that's cool.
interesting stuff about the origins of how Jesse and Newbreed became together.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like what they're all what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see all of it go down.
Oh, yeah.
What the heck? I was trying to. I have an order coming, but it's getting late, and they don't usually FedEx doesn't come this late.
Oh. Hey, Rock On. Maybe it's where the weather and stuff. I know there's a lot of places they could have, they could have stalled out or maybe they,
Well, it was already in Texas last yesterday, and
oh, so okay.
so it shouldn't be. It says it's out for delivery, but yeah, it was at Lake Charles at 6 o'clock this morning.
Oh,
So it should have already, and that's about 45 minutes from here. Oh, it runs to 9, which you so okay. But yeah, it usually doesn't run, especially after the holidays. So it's already out at 6 o'clock this morning. It was loaded up and it left the building at 6:19. So it just doesn't make sense how it wouldn't be here when, you know,
okay.
45 minutes away.
Was it like maybe an overnight or I
No,
know
it's just
sometimes stuff like that, they have different times.
not because I ordered it on the 6th. At most times you
Oh,
get it 2-day delivery on Chewy. It's guaranteed. Usually 2 days unless they're out of something and they have to get it from another. Um, uh, we call it region, but I guess a different like state. Usually comes from Texas, and it did. Well, it started in Tennessee. Luckily, before all the bad weather started hitting people, so it hit Texas on the. Um, it was already in Texas on the 9th and hit Lake Charles early this morning, it said at 3 a.m.
oh,
So, but yeah, started in Tennessee and Murfreesboro. It was actually I ordered Saturday. On Monday, it was already in Tennessee or on its way to Texas. It hit Texas on Tuesday morning at 6:07. And it left at 1 o'clock this morning from Houston to Lake Charles, got there at 6 and was on the plane and or on the truck and out at 6:20.
hmm.
So, oh well. Could have had a flat tire or something.
Yeah. Could be a new driver too, learning his route or something. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. So I
we've
don't
had a
get
couple
too
new
upset.
ones.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've got it's just I have to order their special senior dog food for the older dogs.
Mhm.
that neutral, but it's for seniors. You can't get it at the stores.
Yeah.
So that's a $90 bag. When we first started putting them on the senior dog food, when our last set of dogs became seniors, about the
Uh-huh.
age of 7, they tell you it was 49.99. Well, let's just say the last 3 years with the new administration and holding
Mm.
up and costing the cost of living, to destroy everything that was placed by number 45.
Right.
Um, yeah, now it's $89 a bag.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Oh, yeah,
and the
that's
puppies like it with, so we mix it with the puppy chow, even though they're three, they, because they're such big dogs like Molly, we still give her the fatty that's in a puppy, plus she
mhm.
gets the senior with all the vitamins and stuff, so they get the both worlds. The
Oh,
two little ones, the older dogs, they only get the senior dog food.
mm.
And but yeah, and then they also, so I have to buy the puppy chow, and then I buy the Caesar soft dog food, and then they get their human food, their breakfast stuff, and then they get their dinner stuff. So
Wow.
yeah, um, I'll feel like a damn millionaire when we don't have dogs anymore.
Yeah. Yeah,
Their
they are
grocery bills as
expensive.
much as ours.
Yeah. Yeah, that's at one point, this has been several years back, we had 3 dogs outside and then 2 cats inside, and one of our dogs had puppies. She
Oh,
had, I think it was I can't remember if it was 5 or 6 puppies, and so once, they got up of age and we were trying to wean them, it was gosh, we were buying food like crazy. It was so expensive. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I couldn't." And I mean, the dogs we had, one of them was a Pyrenees, the other one
okay,
was a
yeah,
Shepherd, and then the other one, she was mixed. She was a Husky and Australian Shepherd mix. So I mean, they weren't small dogs; they
no.
were big dogs. So
Well,
yeah.
we had the two German Shepherd brothers, Tank and Bear, and then we had Kia, our Anatolian, who was the smaller version, but she was built like a bear, a Kodiak bear. His service dog, who was, and then we had the little ankle biter. Well, then now we've got the Shepherd, which is a German Shepherd pit bull mix, and then we've got the Anatolian, the tall one that's like the Pyrenees,
Mm,
but a little bit taller than a Pyrenees,
yeah.
and then the two ankle biters. So
Uh,
it's just your graphics, but they don't know how to say Savannah.
yeah, that's we're down to 1 cat and 1 dog now. So,
Oh,
but
we were done when we said goodbye after we lost Tank and Rufus, and when we lost Kia and Bear. We were going to be done and just keep what was when we lost Bear. It was going to be Kia and the two little ones, the ankle biters.
mm,
That's all. And we got those for her because when she lost the other little one, Rufus, that was her like her baby. And she went into a depression. So we got two little ones, puppies, to chase her around and get her out of her funk.
yeah.
And we said we're done. That's it, no more. But then the vet called us about Molly. She was a twin. There were two of them, sisters, and the owners wanted these dogs, but then they wanted to travel, and they were always at the vet being left in the kennels, and they were huge. So they asked us if we would. They were going to take the dogs, and said, "Would you please take them?"
Oh,
And they came over. The vets brought them over for us to see, and I fell in love. And so we had the two big ones plus Kia, and then these two giant ones. We ended up with five. But because they had been, dogs are born with little holes in their heart like babies are, and
mhm,
exercise and stuff as puppies close it. They close on their
right.
own. She was never got that chance because she was kept in kennels. So the larger she got, they weren't able to stretch their muscles because
Oh,
during the week they were always in cages while they were gone,
oh,
and weekends in cages because they traveled. Well,
right.
we had her for 3 months, and she was playing, and then one day she made this awful sound and had a heart attack because the hole in the heart never closed. And 11 months old,
Oh,
we had her for 3 months, and it was a heart attack.
hey, Corliss.
So
Mm,
yeah, so when this one lost her twin, that's all she had for those 10 months in
oh,
those kennels. She went into a funk, and that's how we ended up with Ryder, the pit bull, the shepherd.
mm,
And it's like, we were going to be done, but then you always got to make sure you take care of their mental health too.
Right.
And, I've heard people talking about how the dogs go to the door and they're whining, and you're like, well, I just took the dog out. You don't need to go back out. If the dog is not drinking more than usual and it's whining to keep going out,
Mhm.
the dog has a bladder infection or a urinary tract infection, and they need to be put on antibiotic like a human.
Right.
No, it's okay, Justice. She was saying that a lot of people have a hard time the way her graphics are. They don't know that it says Savannah. So it wasn't you. So you don't have to apologize. She was not talking about you. She was saying some people, they don't know what it says, because a lot of people use fancy graphics to do their names. So
Mhm.
that's all she was talking about. So please never apologize if you don't have glasses or you don't know a name. I go in and I'm the same way. I'll be like, "Hey, who's up there on JM's panel?" Because it's tiny, and
Mhm.
I can't read it, and I'll ask. And I don't care if I sound stupid. There's nothing wrong with asking a question.
No,
So
not
she
at all.
types in all caps so people can see what she's saying.
Mhm.
So she's not yelling at anybody. So don't think she's yelling at you because she's in caps. It's because of her graphics, the way it types, you couldn't see it.
Mm. Hey,
So,
Denise.
hey, Corliss, how you guys doing? All right, I guess it's my turn. Okay, let me get a weird question. Hmm. Okay. Would you rather one get tagged and a awkward, embarrassing, or sex texting that somebody accidentally tagged you in and you saw it, or you accidentally text the wrong person something that they weren't supposed to see or know, like you were talking about them. So, one for an embarrassing picture or text sent to you, or two, you text something about somebody to that person by mistake. Hey
Mm.
Jen, how you doing?
Hey, Jen.
Okay, we got one. Okay, so far. Come on, people in the chat. Let's get these numbers. Ones or twos. Bring it on. Hey, rock on in case I missed you.
I think I would have to go with one too.
One, and I have no idea who sent it.
Yeah.
Well, if it's on this platform, it's probably Harley. And I'll admit, there's quite a few people. Pictures get sent. Somebody gets porn bomb. We get the pictures, and it's like, all right, we pass it along.
Yeah.
Justice would rather send a text to the person that she's talking about. All right, Justice, say no shame in your game.
Uh,
Yeah, I sent it to you, bitch. I wanted you to know how I felt about you.
now what? What are you gonna do?
Now, I have made the mistake. I was texting my best friend and my daughter at the same time, and my daughter had done something, and I was just like talking, expressing myself to my best friend,
Mhm.
and my daughter accidentally got the text about her. And I'll be
Uh-uh.
like, Ashley, I'm just saying this is how you make me feel that you are when you did this. And I know how to cover my ass big time.
Right? That's why I like being that type of person. You speak your mind because you don't gotta worry
Right.
about stuff like that.
But then you get told, you know, you know. And it's like,
Alright.
when I'm called a bitch. I literally do have it tattooed on my leg, guys. I have a big she devil and it says MP from my time being a police officer, bitch.
Right.
I'm not ashamed. People are like, oh, she has that tattoo. So what?
Right. And
I take pride. I can
right.
be a bitch, but I'm also one of those nicest persons that if if I'm your friend and I rock with you, I'm going to be there for you whether any day time day or night. You need to talk to me, you need to just express yourself, you need to just unload or unleash shit. Your secrets and your pain and your life is safe with me.
Right.
So, hey sister, say I see how you doing.
Oh,
So,
I'm sorry, Jamie. Did you
uh,
see that?
no. What did she lose? An animal?
Yeah, got killed by a pit bull.
Oh, that was the other day, I think. And I told her, yes, that was, yeah, I feel so bad knowing that they were outside and got attacked.
Sad. He's
Ours,
messy.
we were out walking our dogs the other night. No joke. The two little ones, one of them is Turbo. Everybody's seen. He's overweight and he's got little legs. He's the one I have to pick up on the couch, put off the couch. We had to buy a ramp to go up the bed and down the bed at night.
Uh-huh.
Well, so he can only go about 6 houses down, and then I usually turn around and bring him and Maya, the other little dog, back. But she is strong at her age. She can keep up with the dogs for the most part, the big ones.
Right.
So I told Tim, I says, take her with you in the two big ones, and I'll take Turbo home because he wants to try to keep up, but he has to stop every 2 seconds. And so I make him turn around and come back home with me. Well, Tim had gotten to the next street and some guy was leaving and his pit bull got out and went right. And it was the way he was walking. We always walk in the street off to the side because it also keeps your dog's nails trimmed,
Mhm.
but you keep them off of people's yards.
Right.
Nobody could ever say, oh, their dog had an accident. No,
Right.
no. And we always take care of our dogs. We respect other people's property. We expect it back, but we walk on the side of the road. Well, as Tim's walking like this in the direction I'm facing, he had Molly next to him with Ryder on the outside. And then on the inside by the sidewalk or by the curb, he had Maya, the little one. Well, as he was walking and the guy opened his door, his pit bull came out and made a beeline for Maya and actually rammed her and she yelped and went rolling.
Oh,
As the pit bull was getting up because it came running so far, when it hit her, he stumbled.
right.
Before Tim could react, all he knows is a blur went over his face. Ryder jumped over Molly. Her
Oh,
full body just from a freestand jumped over Molly, got out of Tim's reach. And as that pit bull was coming up off the ground to go for Molly or for Maya,
right.
Ryder jumped in the air, grabbed it by the throat, and threw it down on the ground and had it by the throat. By that time, Molly was able to turn around and she came as backup and was just growling. The pit bull was whimpering. Ryder wasn't trying to kill it, it just held it by its throat, letting him know. And then Molly went over to Maya to see how the little one was, and Tim was checking her out. He wasn't
Right.
worried about that other dog, and Maya was just knocked off, off her feet. And hey, Captain Kurt, well, the owner came out and like, are you guys okay? And he's like, why are you worried about us? Your dog's on the ground. He got
Right.
his ass whipped. He said, no, because I accidentally, it was my fault. My dog got out. I want to make sure your dogs are okay. If there's anything went wrong, you got to go to the vets. I'll pay for it.
Right.
So he was a responsible owner. It just our dogs get out. Mine did the other night too because of my own fault. So we understood it. It was no hard feelings, and all we did was tell Ryder let him go, and he did. He let him go,
Mm.
and the dog didn't even growl after that. He was just kind of whimpering, and when the owner got him, he said, "Let's go." The dog started going right back to the house.
It's like, oh crap.
He's like, "I just met, because everybody knows that pit bull, their jaws are meant to
Oh,
when they lock down,
yes.
they're not coming up. But
Yeah.
a German Shepherd's bite is got more psi behind any other dog. They've got the strongest bite
Mhm.
when they bite you. That's why a lot of law enforcement use German Shepherds.
Yep.
Well, a Shepherd is a German Shepherd and a pit bull combined. So they've got the the smarts, the
Mm.
strength, but they also have the bad habits that you've got to keep them
Yeah.
engaged at all times or they'll tear everything apart.
Yeah.
So somebody else lost the dog. I'm
Hey,
sorry, I was
Kurt.
in the middle of a story. Um, let's see.
That's
Uh,
the dog that I have now. She's Pyrenees and Shepherd mix, and she's smart, and you have to keep her going all the time because I mean she's got two working dogs.
I'm sorry about that, Rock
Yeah.
On, for your loss of your dog.
Oh,
So, but yeah, dogs are a lot of hard work. So,
mhm.
all right. So we know everybody would rather. Um, it's somebody walking this Dalmatian. I'm gonna let you talk because it's your turn for a question. because it's going to be loud for a few minutes.
Okay.
Sorry, audience.
Uh-oh. All right. Let's see here. How about I have another one for you guys. Put one in the chat if you would rather have a head the size of a tennis ball, or a two in the chat if you would rather have no mouth. Hey, Apple Creek. So Denise a one, Janie two, Jen two. The second one was to have no mouth. So would you rather have your head the size of a tennis ball or to have no mouth? So you could never speak, basically.
Never speak because I don't want a giant old head.
Well, it would be tiny. It would be the size of a tennis ball.
Oh, a tennis ball head. Okay, I didn't hear the tennis ball. I thought something about your head, and I thought you were going to say oversized.
Oh,
Still, you'd be teased. I'd rather not talk because I could learn how to speak by sign language and writing on paper than having a tiny little head. That means your brain's non-existent.
that's what I was thinking, Janie. Beetlejuice.
Hey, Apple Creek. So we got no mouth. They want to know the second option was no mouth, right?
Hmm.
Okay. No mouth, no mouth,
Now we've
no
got
mouth.
Denise wanted the tennis ball and Apple Creek and Ice and Fire.
All righty. Look at this. This looks like about 50-50.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy. With
You
no mouth,
do.
you'd have to eat with your butthole.
Hey,
You
smart
know,
mouth.
Smart Wealth would have to go there. I would have expected Sin to have that answer, but no, it had to be Smart Mouth.
Yeah.
Who's thinking about eating with your butthole but Smart Mouth?
I mean, people do what is it, coffee enemas or something like that.
Yes, they do. And I see it's a big thing going around there. People know that you can get high faster and drunk faster if you shove a beer or your uh, dope up your ass because of the your blood vessels that run up there. It goes
Yeah.
strictly straight up to your damn heart. You get
Mm.
it consumed faster. I'm like, what? Yeah,
Oh gosh. I'm telling you, people do
I ain't
some
doing
weird
something
stuff,
like that. You can keep your
right?
beer enemas to yourself.
Right.
Butt chugging is what it's called.
Yeah, but, oh,
See, Janie
I
says you
don't.
can get a feeding tube up your nose. You don't
Yep.
necessarily have to go straight to your butthole there, smart mouth.
There you go. Yeah.
Smart mouth thinks we're on the night crew. Crazy.
Oh,
Let's see.
oh.
Trying to get all this taken care of that I'm trying to get done for everybody in the chat.
Now I'm curious about something
What?
after talking about that. You know how people do oh, what is it called? Where you chug from a keg and they turn you upside down
Keg
and
stands.
yeah,
Yeah.
because they say it gets faster to the brain.
Mhm.
Does that really work?
I think it's more of the chugging. I wouldn't think so because when all the blood rushes to your head, you almost feel faint. So I don't understand how, with all it rushing and the beer on top of it, maybe
Mhm.
that's why they think it does because you get
Yeah.
lightheaded when you're hanging upside down
Uh-huh.
and your face turns red. So when you're doing keg stands and you're drinking, all the blood's rushing to your head at the same time. So maybe it makes them think they're getting a buzz when
Well,
really it's just all the blood rushing to them to their head.
true. I
So
always wondered that, and that just popped in my head. I was like, I was curious about that. It's something I always wondered, is it really true? Because I just
yeah.
didn't see how that could work.
Mm-mm. And I just thought of that when you asked that question, because that would be my thought. Because when you hang upside down, everything, all your blood rushes to your head. I'll have to check that out, Savannah. And it's just a calm. Um, and you get lightheaded.
Mhm,
So if you're upside down and you're drinking,
mhm,
you're compounding that lightheadedness. So
right.
that's what I would think.
Mm.
So,
Well, hey, Spencer.
okay. Uh, I'm not answering that or asking that question. Okay, let's see.
Now I got me a little box of cards here, like you just pick random that has, would you rather. I need to go through them. I'm just kind of picking them out.
Okay. Would you rather get to what for number one? Would you rather get to talk to a deceased loved one for 1 hour or have a deceased pet come back to life for 1 year for two? I'm picking two.
Mm,
I would love to have a deceased pet come back for 1 year. But then again, see, either one would be hard because you're going to
yeah,
lose a loved one or the love cherished pet. But I still
yeah.
want my pet.
That's a hard one because yeah.
So we got three for pets, two for human.
So for the human, it would only be, did you say for
One
one,
1 year or
one,
1 day
one day?
or 1 hour. You get to talk to a dead loved one for 1 hour or have a deceased loved pet for a year. Hey, freedom. No, there's no like evil. A dead gets to come back for 1 hour, or you get to have your pet back the way it was for 1 year. No creepy pet cemetery stuff, Janie.
Hey, freedom.
Okay, so it looks like so far people are picking an hour with a relative.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I would have Kia back for a year. No, he's driving cordless, so he was losing signal where he was at. So we're
That's
glad
a
to
hard
see you, Freedom.
one.
Menace, what did you? Okay, Menace wants the 1 hour. Okay, one because I do anything to bring my dad back. But just think about it, Savannah. It's only 1 hour, and well, I guess a lot of people who it was sudden didn't get to say goodbye. So okay,
Yeah.
I get where people would want to say goodbye. For me, uh, I pretty much always the relatives that I would want to see again. I got to say everything I did, and I know that they love me and I love them, so I'm good. But so I would be we would pick Kia back. Me and Tim, I tell you, he would pick Kia too.
See, everybody that I would want to, like, would even talk to would be, I would have too many questions to ask. So,
Yeah.
it's one of those.
Now, if you had a question, you had to ask him, but I didn't have
Yeah.
any questions.
That's, yeah.
So,
See you later, Menace.
minutes you going live or something, you're going to leave. Wow. No, you go ahead. Everybody, you can support. You know what? We have no problem. You can cross stream us both. You can jump back and forth. It's all about sharing the love throughout the whole community because there's a lot of people. And anybody who thinks that a person has to stay in one chat is
No.
they crazy. I would never ask that of anybody. So it
Mm.
does look like people you don't know, but you're leaving. Your ass can sit here till you damn well decide.
Now I know why you're going to be my ex future husband.
Yeah,
Won't
flip
stick
floppy
around.
over here. Well,
See how it's going to be.
I don't know if I'm going to go live, but I'm going to go ahead and leave and think about it. You can sit in the damn chat and talk and still think about it. And actually, Tim would be tossed up between my Kia and Tank. because Tank was his first
Mhm.
dog, and yeah, within with us that
Yeah.
was his baby, so it might be a toss up, and I could be happy with Tank too for no problem for a year,
Wow.
either him or Kia. But all righty, it is on you, beautiful Maka.
Oh, let's see here.
I still think you should be confident enough to send me a picture. Nobody else is going to know it's you.
Yeah,
It's mixed in with 70 plus women.
true.
But I only want you if you're comfortable. Like I said, just pay attention, and if you like it and feels comfortable, the next one will do something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to tell you
Yeah,
later.
I gotcha.
Let's see here.
Tim was supposed to be home so he could take and feed these dogs because I've had him for a week already. So, but he was like, "Well, I'm running late. It won't be till like 8:30 or 9 o'clock." I'm like, "Of course, right past feeding time, and then because they get fed between 6 and 6:30." So,
Well, let's see here. Okay, I think I got to. Let's see. This is the one or two, and type in one if let's see. One if you would believe absolutely everything you're told, or two, be unable to understand sarcasm.
repeat that question.
Would you rather believe absolutely everything you're told or be unable to understand sarcasm?
Well, let's see, two, because there's already a lot of people on YouTube who have no idea
Mm,
about, you know. I'd rather go with number two for myself. Sarcasm.
mm,
Probably smart
yeah.
mouth. Watch. I'll get done feeding the dogs and he'll walk in and be like, I'll be like, what the hell?
He's probably listening in. Hey, let's see, we've got
Mm-hmm.
how much time? It's like a lot of twos.
Yeah.
Looks like everybody's done two.
Mm-hmm. Well, all righty. That one was a pretty cool answer.
Mm,
Shocked. I'm not shocked though.
no.
My old man wouldn't fight as much. I'm fluent in sarcasm. It would suck to waste that talent. Sarcasm is my second language. So it's like they're picking two, but it's going to be really painful to them.
Right,
It's like, having a baby out their rear end. That's how painful it would be because, their sarcasm is such a, you know.
right,
How do you think I feel? I love tongue lashings for people who deserve it,
right,
but I have to give it up for my own self. You know what I mean?
right.
So, yeah, I know what sarcasm definitely is because, you know,
Mm,
it always gets me when it goes like when me and Tim are doing a live together, the joking around, it
right.
when it goes over people's heads, the sarcasm or the trolling one another.
Mhm.
Like if Tim says, "Oh yeah, Lori stole $10,000 from me," and people believe it's really $10,000, and I
Right,
only stole his quarters out of his pocket on the laundry day when he left his money in his pocket. And that's been the rule in our marriage: is if you leave money in your pocket, the kids or him, it goes to mom. You know what I
right.
mean?
Uh-huh.
And now it goes to the grandbaby, not mom. But yeah, and then to hear, can you believe? I can't believe you'd have to hide your money, and that's wrong. That she needs to get, maybe she should get her own money. And it's like, oh my god, it was a damn joke.
Right. That's me and my husband always say that because we say some of the craziest stuff, and if people hurt us, which they have, like, out of the house, like, when we're at the stores and stuff, the looks that we get, just some of the stuff we say and do out there, people are like, "Oh my god, these people are crazy," or, "What's wrong with these people?"
Tim will deliberately do that, like just make up
Mhm.
something. I'll ask them something and he'll be like to the cashier at the store or the waitress, you know, it's a good thing I moved my wife to Louisiana. You hear this shit? She's always busting my balls. I know that there's hog farms and there's
Right.
alligators. And the waitress or the cashier will get a look on their his or her face.
Mhm.
And I'm just laughing. I was like, it's just foreplay, honey. When we go home or we get in the truck, it's on. He
Right.
likes to poke me so that when I get home, or I like to poke him, so he'll do this. So when he gets home, I get the poke. So,
Right.
but it really is. He does it. Or every time there's a waitress, she goes, "Can I take your order?" Yeah, you can give me a gram of Coke and an ounce you know, this, and everybody's
Right.
like, it's a joke, Janie. It's just joking,
Right.
being sarcastic. See, you just
Yeah.
lost your sarcasm. So Jen says she laughs because how me and Tim do that is how her play fighting is how her and her husband do it. A
Mm.
lot of married couples understand, but if you ain't never been
Yes.
married
Mhm.
or you're not living with a woman, you know, it could be where you don't understand how to actually talk to a man and a woman if you ain't never had to. So
Right.
that's right, having to explain that you're
Mhm.
joking or play
Yes.
fighting or being sarcastic, it does. I know, I was just being, I was being funny. It wasn't really real, Janie. It was just, you know.
So, but I've had my husband, he'll walk up to me in the store, like, when we're grocery shopping, and he'll look at me and hand me something, and I'll look at him and be like, "No, you can't have that. You need to go put that back now." And people, they'll turn around and they're like, "Oh my god, this poor guy."
Tim will come up to me, and he did it one time in the beginning, and he handed me uh, a box of tampons because I sent him to go get them. And he has no problem because he's confident. Well, he turned around and he waited, and we were where we were at. There was a bunch of people in the area, right?
Right.
Oh, we were in the checkout line, so there was a long line. And he came in and he's like, "Babe, what are these things called? Tampon? What do you use these for?" I was like, "Do I go ahead and explain it? But then it'd make everybody uncomfortable in the line, and that would be funny. Or
Right.
do I just play embarrassed and make and everybody think like he's married and don't know what the hell a tampon's for?" It was
Mm.
like I'm gonna let him take the fall on that one because he thought he was clowning me, and everybody was looking at him like, "Oh, you poor little man." So I let him take. He was the butt of the joke, and it backfired on him. And he's like, "Well, I won't be doing that again." I was like, uh, "Okay." So, would you rather? I had a good one. Now, where the hell did it go? Okay. Would you rather one, hey, have an unwanted bald spot, or two, unwanted hair growing out so long that you couldn't get rid of it and it came out your pants and your shirts?
I'd have to go with one on that one.
So a bald spot,
Yeah, I would rather have a bald spot.
we just say unwanted hair growing uncontrollably. You just have to, cut
Mm.
it every day. But I would take a bald spot too. It would
Yeah.
hurt because you know how as women, our hair is more than people think makeup is what makes a woman feel confident. I don't know about you, but to me, it's my hair.
No.
If you have a bad hair day, you just can't get in that mood that everything else looks right. So, damn, everybody wants a bald spot. That's a
Yeah.
100%. Nobody wants excess hair growing out the armpits or their top of their jeans or their bottom of their legs. Gotcha.
Yep.
Everybody wants to have a bald spot.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. I got it. I hear you guys. Bald spots for all of you. Gotcha. I gotcha. Come visit me and I'll make sure we take care of that so you can never get cursed with the excessive growth of hair. Hi,
Right.
Ripit.
Rip it. I love saying her name.
So, Savannah, you want your hair to grow and you'll just tie it up in a hair bun? You know, you got a vagina bun, a butt bun. Instead of a man bun, it's an ass bun, uh, groin bun, armpit buns. Everything would be like bulked out like you're on steroids.
At least you would stay warm in the winter, I guess,
You
depending
would
on.
just untuck your armpit hair, wrap it around like a shawl, you know. Yeah, no Bigfoot look for me, Jens. Maka, you got tattoos?
No,
Okay, you know
no,
what? I can actually say I could see that you wouldn't have tattoos.
no.
What about ladies in the chat? You guys got tattoos? I have almost 32. So I got them in my upper arms. I got them all the way up my arms. I got them up my legs, my calves, my feet. Of course, I have there.
Uh,
Um, Never do my face. So I got a total of it comes to 27 or
yeah,
28. All right, we've got, let's see, Janie's got 7. Okay. Ice has 4. Apple Creek has
nice.
tattoos. Almost, I meant to say 30. Did I say 32? I have 28. So almost 30. I only
Uh,
have one more to do because I have my pets, the first ones that we lost that
oh,
passed.
yeah,
So I've got to put these last 4, and that'll be my very last tattoo ever. I've got my grandson's tattoo. I made up
yeah,
a bumblebee tattoo song, not a tattoo, but a song for him. So I got the tattoo with the verses on it and his date of birth and stuff. So one
mm,
tattoo, arms, legs, and back done for Apple Creek. Okay.
nice.
All right.
I always
Victoria
wanted to
has
get
none.
one.
You've always wanted to?
Yeah, I always wanted to, but my well, my first husband, he wouldn't allow it, and then by the time I got married, this time I was like, well, I guess it's kind of one of those things, I gotten older, and I was like, yeah. But there's one in particular I'm wanting that I got to do it.
You should, but it's by choice. And
Mm,
always make your own. Every tattoo on my
yes,
body is not from a book.
right,
It's something, and you don't just rush out thinking one day you want a tattoo. Think about it. I'll tell
mm,
you, all my tattoos, I'd be sitting there and I knew I wanted to have another tattoo, but I couldn't think of it, and it would never fail. That the exact design on what I knew what I want, but I didn't know how I would design it. The
right,
picture would pop in my head, and if they couldn't make a drawing to match what was in my head that I was trying to give to them, I never got it.
right,
So, but so each of mine has a special meaning that has to do with me or my life.
right,
Nothing of anybody else's, but my life that has to
mhm,
do with my children, my grandkids, my husband, life experiences that I've done. So,
mm,
but those who are afraid, not yet, Rip It, afraid of tattoos and needles. Let me tell you something about the needle. Certain areas, what happens was the initial does hurt, but once it gets going, you usually get numb in that area, and you
right,
and you almost never feel it. Now, I will tell you, you can't just stop at one though. It's like Lay's, that commercial. You can't just have one.
mm,
Tattoos. I didn't get my first one to 23, and I got a little one.
right,
Well, it didn't take me but less than 2 months, and I already started designing. And my second one was a giant one on my side of my leg, because even though I hate needles too, I hate getting my blood drawn, I hate getting shots. After my very first tattoo, it was so addicting that now I've got 28 tattoos with another one coming in. And if I
oh,
counted these individually, I would have over 30, each of my tattoos. But if I got it at one time, it's one tattoo.
right,
So Tim had none when we got married. He didn't want any. And
mm,
then we went and got this one done together, and it was identical. We were going around, and I didn't want to go up underneath, so he was like, "All right," because they wanted to match. But he always felt it. They made his a little wider than mine to be more masculine, but he felt it
right,
wasn't complete. It just
uh,
wasn't, because his arm is so big, and he had this little, because we tried to get the same size. They just made his wider
right,
stuff. Well, he went back and got it into a big tattoo, like a to fit his arm.
yeah,
So, but he says he's done. So let's see. We got, oh, Timu has a tattoo permanent pin. Okay. Jen has a sister who has a gorgeous full back tattoo. Um, It doesn't hurt, Jen. I'm telling you, you would actually, if there's some meaning that you wanted, like a pet's face or
Mhm.
something, start small, and I bet. Um, Sometimes the coloring in is the worst, yes, especially the black ink for some reason. Mine's more the tracing, the outline. Okay, Rock On's got hers. Yep, each piece added has something to do with her life. Apple. They want to know, is that your bucket list, Maka, to get a tattoo?
I could put add it to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Savannah's got one. The guys all got tattoos. Not surprised.
Well,
Denise is getting a dragonfly.
tattooed
So
her
you,
eyeliner on. Oh,
yeah, a lot of people actually get their permanent eyeliner makeup put on.
shoo.
So
I bet
they
you that
numb
hurt.
it. Well, they
Oh.
numb it. It's from our technician. She has her eyeliner, but
Mhm.
she just went with straight black. And I was like, well, what if you want to do purple or blue or green? She goes, what she does is she just goes up underneath it and lets it blend, but the black stays there as like the outline.
Mhm.
So looks like you got about three people that are with you. Jen and Victoria have no tattoos either.
Well,
So I'm trying to see if anybody else doesn't have one. Rip it, you got a tattoo?
it's like with the ear piercing. I've had my ears pierced. I couldn't tell you how many times, but I can never get them to stick. Like I always have
Wow.
difficulties with them.
How so? Like, do you not like put the earrings in to keep them open and keep them in
Mhm.
long enough till they heal so that they stay open, or you just forget about it?
No, I'd clean them every day and, like, I'd follow all the instructions, do everything, but they always either ended up infected somehow or, they would close up. Like, I could take my earring out and, like, to take a shower or something like that and come back, and by the time I would try to put the earring back in, they had already started to seal.
Okay.
Uh,
Now, one in the chat, if you have a piercing or had one. I had my eyebrow and my tongue pierced.
mhm,
I took it out. My piercing in my tongue I took out at 35 or 36. I just outgrew it. My eyebrow, I had it for about 6 months, but I got the really tiny one right here.
uh-huh.
And every time Tim would like, I'd brush my hair off my face, or they had done it. It was so small that it landed right on top of the nerve. So
Oh,
every time it moved, hey, Janet, I would get sharp pains that I'd cry. So Tim finally's like, Lori, that he went to brush my hair out of my face and he just ran his hand like this across my cheek and I started crying.
oh,
The hair had brushed it and it hit that nerve. He
oh,
went and got the wire cutters because it
mhm.
was a little one and it was, and he sat there and he was able to turn it to get to the opening and spread it open to pull it off. And and it still, I had flashbacks for a good 3 months afraid to touch my face,
Oh, yeah,
and
I
I
can
was glad it was
imagine.
gone. So
Hey, Janet. I hope you and Naughty are doing good.
did you have piercings in your tongue, your nose, or your eyebrow or lip?
Mm-mm. No, where I had so much difficulties with my ears, I never went and done it because I did get, like, the cartilage in my ear, but that's about as far as I
And
went.
that's painful.
Mhm,
Yes. I had uh 7 or 5 holes on this ear and three on one. But when I went into basic, you can't. And my only thing was is I always there was no way I was letting my bottom hole because my grandmother, my stepdad always said we weren't going to get our ears pierced till we
mm,
were teenagers. And my grandmother told my mother, "Oh, they're getting their ears pierced now." So I never let that my bottom hole to this day. The other ones, I could still do a second hole, but I have to pop the little membrane every once in a while.
mhm.
But the bottom one I keep open at all times. So Janie's got three in each ear, and her belly button. Victoria says I used to have my ears pierced. She doesn't. Savannah only has her ears pierced. Uh,
Glad to hear, Janet.
I am glad, yes, too, Janet. So I know that Nadia and Tim still talk too. So I know you guys are good. So
Okay.
and I do appreciate you always stopping into my chats and saying hi, Janet. You're always welcome. You know that. So I got to make sure that you've got a wrench in here so everybody knows who you are. Yep, you're covered. 2 years only. All righty. Is there anything that you need to tell anybody or would like to tell anybody coming up for you? Anything you got planned or for YouTube or uh hey Blue Eyes.
Hey,
Rick
Blue.
and Moses go live tonight, right? I think
Yeah.
at 10 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Central.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Well, don't worry about that, Savannah. You ain't gonna be messed with in here. We don't tolerate disrespect to the women or the men in our chats, so or
Right.
the drama. So
Yeah, I seen they were going live tonight, which I think that's the first time they've went live on a Wednesday
in
in a
a
while.
while, yep. So, but uh, keep an eye out, ladies. I do have. I'm giving everybody till tonight midnight to get the last of their pictures in if they want to be part of hashtag no filter video that I'm putting out and joining 70 other women.
Mm.
Um, yes, Janie, and everywhere. That's why I was shocked that it was here. I hadn't seen him. And Triple Cheesy was taken out already too.
Mm.
So
Mm.
no more drama with. So the ones who are known for it are being blocked, and not because we scared. It's just we ain't got time for them. We're all moving up.
Right.
So we offer a safe place for people. But um, anyways, the video is going to be coming out. I'm going to let everybody have uh till the end of tonight in case you want to stick your never mind, that was the wrong words. If you want to send me your picture on IG or Messenger or email it to me, it will be put in the video. But after tonight, I'm going to finish it up so that I can upload it and pick the right day to premiere it. I don't want to when the other big channels, I don't want to make sure I don't step on doing a premiere and it not getting the attention it deserves to have all you beautiful women put out here. So I might premiere it probably maybe Saturday
Well,
evening because there's not a lot of people who go live Saturday. So
well,
maybe do a Saturday night. I'll go live and uh, premiere it before we go live. I'll do a premiere and then set because I do have the show Sparks After Dark starting.
mm,
I'm going to do the first one, and that one's more of like advice, speaking my mind, telling you my thoughts, my opinions, my likes, my dislikes, and letting the chat engage with me and doing their opinions.
all right.
So that's what that one's going to be about.
That'll
So
be cool.
yeah. With people, after it's been an hour, probably an open panel, people could just jump up and anything that I had covered, they want to come up and cover it and give their opinions, more than welcome. So,
Well,
all right, guys, I have got to get the dog's dinner ready um, and start dinner in case Tim does sneak in a little after I feed the dogs. Dinner will be ready for him.
mm,
Rick and Moses go live tonight. Help me keep encouraging Maka to get her ideals going so we can get her channel up and going.
mm.
Because then we
Yeah.
can dual stream. Because when we're up here, we could do both channels.
No.
So me and Brookie were supposed to do tomorrow, but I don't think she's got her internet back. And because my doctor took a vacation, he postponed our appointments till this week. So I'll be in Texas tomorrow.
Oh,
So until tomorrow night. So I won't be live. So we won't be having our show tomorrow, Victoria. I
oh,
still don't think she has her internet yet. So, but as we always say, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Maka, you want to say goodbye or do anything before we leave?
I'll see everybody later, and Y'all stay safe with everything going on and see y'all around the streets.
And never, ever let anybody tell you you're not beautiful or your own self worth. Remember, as long as you have confidence in yourself and you love yourself, hashtag no makeup, no filters.
Exactly.
And we all deserve it. As long as you love yourself, nobody, only you could hate yourself.
Yep.
And if you hate yourself, remember, those that hate themselves reflect on others.
Hmm.
So, all right, we will see you on the streets. I'm sure we'll all be in chats tonight, probably in Rick and Moses is later tonight. So, and me and Maka will be back next Wednesday with another episode of Off the Hip at 4:30 p.m. Central, 5:30 Eastern.